got woken up at like 5 o'clock this morning with Rosie needing to go outside. That kind of sucked because I fell asleep at like 2:30 this morning. I did not sleep well at all. I could not fall asleep last night. And then when I was sleeping, I wasn't staying very comfortable. I think it's just this mattress. I don't know. Yeah, I woke up with her wanting to go outside, and so I just got done letting her out. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. Let's see if I can get a couple of more minutes of sleep. I'm on my way to work. I know I sounded totally like a grump this morning. I was just tired. Like I said, I didn't sleep well at all last night. I was tossing and turning, and I couldn't go to sleep until 2 o'clock this morning. So it kind of sucked. And I was just frustrated with Rosie because she had to wake me up that early, which, I mean, obviously that's no big deal. But I was grumpy. Sorry for sounding like such a negative Nancy this morning. I am on my way to work. I had to leave for work early because 2 reasons. One, I'm at my parents' house. And, you know, obviously they live further away from work than I do. And also I had to stop and get gas because I didn't want to get gas yesterday because it was Sunday. And so I filled up my tank, so that should last me a good while. Even when I was living at home, I would only have to fill up my gas tank every 2 weeks. And with me living so close, I don't really have to fill it up quite as often. I think it's like every 2.5 weeks or so that usually I'll have to fill it up. I don't know if I mentioned, because I was like half asleep when I was vlogging this morning, there was like a weird downpour last night at like 10 o'clock, and it was just really weird. So everything was wet this morning, but now it's clear. There's a few clouds in the sky, but they're puffy white clouds. They're not, you know, rain clouds or anything. But yeah, I know I've mentioned this before. Washington just has the weirdest weather. I'm just on my way to work, and it's tough coming back after a long weekend. So I got to work a lot earlier than I thought I would. So I was like, alright, well, so what am I going to do to waste time? So I went and got myself something to eat. I went and got a hot chocolate and sausage biscuits. So now I'm headed back to work, and I still have like half an hour before I have to clock on. This hot chocolate's good. I'm on my lunch, and I'm headed back to my apartment. I'm not feeling good. My back is still hurting. I'm at home, and I had something to eat. I had a sausage biscuit, and I kind of dozed off for a few minutes, and I have to head back to work in about 10 minutes. When I was vlogging in, I mentioned that I was watching the game. I was also editing at that point, so I wasn't really paying that much attention to the game because I thought, alright, you know, they don't, you know, get any runs until the 9th inning anyway, so I wasn't paying that much attention in editing, and then I realized, wait a minute, this isn't the game that was on today, because one, they scored in a different inning, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. As I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, they're replaying a really old game from a couple of years ago when Felix pitched his perfect game. Which, oh my gosh, that was freaking awesome. Like, I still, to this day, remember that. But I was just like, why? I'm confused. And then, so after they replayed the perfect game, then they replayed yesterday's game. I was just totally confused. It will be so nice being able to sleep in my own bed tonight. I'm on my way back to work. Like I've said before, an hour lunch is just sometimes not long enough. I wish I could have had a little bit longer so I could have slept a little bit more, but that's okay. So the next time I'll be vlogging is when I am off work, because I don't go on school runs today. I just got off work. I got off about 45 minutes late. Anyways, I'm headed over to my parents' house because I'm gonna go over to Jordan's tonight to watch 24. And I have a student driver in front of me, and so they're driving kind of slow because they're student drivers, so they aren't comfortable driving on the road. I'm just exhausted. It was a really tough afternoon. This particular child is just running me ragged. So, because I got off late, Rosie was in her cage a long day, and look at Rosie, come here. Look at, so she's all yucky because she peed on herself because she had been in her cage all day long. Because I had to leave early and get gas, so I had to do that, and then I had to stay late. See, look at her face, it's all wet and soaked from peeing on herself. It's in the sink. And you know what sucks is I don't have extra clothes to change into. So if I get wet, I get wet. So annoyed. So annoyed. Please don't get me soaking wet, please. Go. Go ahead and shake. Go run. Go dry off. I still can't believe that this happened. So now I need to clean out her cage. Alright, about to wash the towels that I used and her bedding. Yeah. And I want to just point out that I am not mad at her. I'm just frustrated that because I got off work late, this happened. But that's okay. She's all nice and clean now, Habibi. I just feel so bad. Crazy, crazy. Poor girl. Anyway, I'm going to get my dinner in the oven. I'm going to have a party pizza for dinner. And my back is been hurting on and off today. It was hurting when at work. And I was telling the kids, I was like, you know, I can't roll you off your mats after nap time. I couldn't roll them off their mats because it was just too hard. So yeah, I just had issues with rolling them off their mat. So I was telling them, okay, I can't roll you off your mat, so you need to get up. So here's my pizza, and it looks really good. It got a little teeny burnt because there's some ice crystals on it, but I'm not worried about it. It's still good. This is the Tortino's Party Pizza in Supreme, which is my favorite. I am on my way to Jordan's. My parents got home, and I just chatted with them and talked to them about their trip and all that fun stuff and how my niece's graduation was. And then afterwards, my dad wanted to know if I could follow him so he could drop off his car and give him a ride back to the house. So I did that, and now I'm headed, like I said, over to Jordan's to watch 24. I am going to call it a night, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Oh, you got schooled. In the words of me, you got schooled.